viewers, to another vlog, another learning for everyone. Today, we are diving into the world of lesson planning and uncovering some hidden gems. Join us as we explore the format, structure, and challenges of crafting effective lesson plans.
Observing lesson plan format. The format of the lesson plan given to us is somewhat confusing and not so well organized. The sequence of some parts of the lesson plan is not okay, and we notice that there is no group activity included in the given format. However, with the guidance of our cooperating teacher, she taught us how to properly organize our lesson plan. She provided examples and gave suggestions, allowing us to make improvements.
Describing lesson plan models. The lesson plan is a structure to ensure comprehensive understanding of the water cycle. Begins with a clear learning competency, followed by engaging activities like the letter shuffle challenge and story presentation. Hands-on activities such as observing evaporation, deepen understanding. The demo teacher further explained the concept through a diorama and encourage participation. A video, song, and multimedia elements, while reflective tasks like creating a poem promote a deeper reflection on the importance of the water cycle. Together, these components create a dynamic and effective learning experience.
Requesting exemplars from the cooperating teacher. Mrs. Loveline Aklas' lesson plan teaches us about the water cycle in a clear and engaging way. It's written using a 7E format, focusing on understanding and cycle's importance and its processes: evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. Students learn how the Earth's water covers a lot of its surface and why the water cycle is essential for cleanliness and environmental health. Through activities like discussing different forms of water and growing the cycle, students grasp the concept better. They also explore how the water cycle affects life and the environment, using examples to deepen their understanding. Evaluation questions help them check their understanding, and they also learn about practical uses of seawater, fresh water, and groundwater in everyday life. Identifying easy and difficult parts and lesson plan. So in our lesson plan, during the explain part, teacher teaches the water cycle stages using a diorama and encourages students to join in through discussion. This part can be tough because it requires explaining complex ideas clearly. In the illicit part, the teacher shows pictures of different soil types and gives students balloons with soil names. The students pop the balloon and match them to the corresponding soil pictures. It's seen as easier because it involves more of a review or application of previously learned information rather than introducing entirely new concepts.
Analyzing teaching methods. The teaching method used in this lesson plan mixes different approaches to help students understand the water cycle. The teacher starts by connecting what students already know about the soil to the water cycle. Then a fun game called Letter Shuffle Challenge gets everyone excited about learning. Next, a story about Wally, the droplet traveler, makes the topic more relatable, followed by a hands-on activity where students observe water evaporation. Afterwards, a diorama visually explains the water cycle stages and students create their own illustration. Watching a video and singing along with the song reinforces learning, along with hidden questions to make students think. Lastly, students express their thoughts through a reflective essay, creating a short poem about the importance of the water cycle. Overall, these activities engage students in different ways to deepen their understanding.
Assessing congruence. The lesson plan matches the learning goals by including activities and assessments that support understanding and application. For example, the LSC activity connects soil knowledge to the water cycle concept, while the motivation game introduces the topic in a fun way.
The presentation uses a story to explain an activity, observe me. Help reinforces learning through observation. The explain part deepens understanding with a diorama, and elaborate uses a video and song to reinforce concepts. And lastly, the extend reflective essay encourages students to think creatively about the importance of the water cycle.
Addressing challenges. The congruence of the lesson plan from the intended learning outcomes to the supporting activities and assessments. It starts from the first part of the lesson plan, which is the learning objectives, which is clearly outlined. The assessment activities were aligned from the learning outcomes. To ensure that students consistently comprehend the abilities and knowledge they acquire, it is crucial to match learning objectives with activities and evaluation. Both lesson plans, assessments, and activities effectively covered the learning objectives.
The educator must be a lesson plan crafter, crafting engaging lesson plans for curious minds. That was the expertise of an educators.
Thanks for joining us on this insightful journey into the world of lesson planning. Until next time, keep exploring and learning with us, fellow explorers.
Stay curious and keep exploring.